Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what may probably be the hardest fight in the entire game. So, we have gone around Vassya, becoming a makeshift goblin slayer without the trauma, beating up a creator of light, which we did last episode, and becoming the ultimate huntsman. But apparently, what awaits us is going to be difficult. So in order to prepare, I have put together some equipment. Damien is not really any different. The only change is I gave him this dust robe that we got, probably from Hunts, which gives us MP regen. You would be better to give this to Sal, but I gave Sal has the rainbow cloak to reduce elemental damage still, and I gave her the Valkyrie helmet to increase her HP. Because Sal has one important job, and it's called Remedia. Remedia is our red button solution when shit starts to go tits up. So when we need it the most, we will have Remedia. Pierce, he still exists. He's really only here for our poison boy, and I guess as a backup healer. And aim. And then Urian is just gonna click buttons and not die, hopefully. We are not going to Gamba this time. We are going to use aim to make sure strong attack actually lands. So, let's see what we worked hard all this time for. So this place, I don't think was open immediately. I think it was only open after a certain point. Even though we had talked to Aizen before. Alright, boys. Great! Looks like we're all here. Yes, I think now's the time. This is exciting. Let's do it! I don't like the look of that door. Alright. Now! Go ahead. He's waiting inside. Good luck to you, my new friends. He. What do you mean, he? Glad you could make it this far. My best friend Vincent is also in there somewhere. He is? He's pretty tough. He has quite the intelligence. If he could survive Oblivion, I'm sure he could survive anything. Huh. Good luck in there. You'll need it. You run into my best friend Raiko in there. You'll want to know. He can be quite feral at times. Ah, you've done it. Inside lies a great moment for you. If you see a woman named Venus in there, know that she has been through the hollow moon and shouldn't be taken lightly. Huh. I do like how we got cameos to the older games here. I do like when games do that, when they bring back characters from older games, even for just like minor things. But if Vincent and Raiko are actually in there, I get the feeling that we're going to be fighting something that's not a 1v4. Like we've been having through most of the game. And that worries me even more. Alright, let's see who this he is. Oh! You've arrived. I was just enjoying the view. This little spot here under the falls is really nice. I know I don't look quite familiar to you, but trust me, I know you all very well. And those people outside this room, the ones that let you inside, their stories were some of my Wait a minute! Yes, I do come from another land, very different from this one. The land is fantasy. This land is a fantasy compared to my homeland. I could spend lots of time here if I could, but enough of that. You came here for a reason. You've traveled this land far and wide, and you've finally made it here. Let's do what you came here to do. To prove your expertise in Vassya. To send me off. Wait, what? This isn't Final Fantasy X. This will be my final soiree in this role-playing realm. I hope to see more like me in the future. But for now, let's see what you can do. Oh boy, okay, I see now. Yup, it's him! Wait, what? 4 against 1 doesn't seem very fair, does it? Come forth, my defenders. Lend me your strength. Now this looks much better. I know you can do it. Use everything you've learned. Oh my god. Okay. Yikes. He's gonna wait. Okay. That hurt a lot. Okay, good. Alright, so we have Spirit Oblivion, Feral Spirit, and Spirit of the Moon. So, I'm assuming this is supposed to be Vincent. Why is Raiko not using a scythe? And I don't know anything about how past the moon. Alright, so we can't identify them yet because I need to wait. But I think let's start with Vincent in the middle here. You know what? Hold on. I think it would actually be better if I bought a bunch of revives, by the way. If I use... one of these. Come on, Sal. Oh, you can't use them on yourself? Oh, that's fine. Alright, Urian. I know I said I wasn't gonna do it. Let's go gambling. Yeah, okay, it worked. Alright. We are going to increase our defense first. Because I get the feeling that we're gonna want to be defensive. Alright, so let's see. What does the Spirit Oblivion have? 11k? Okay. Lead to Dark and Piercing. Haste-ol! Oh my god. Regen. That's gross. Oh, it's party-wide regen too. Feral Swipe. Ouch. Okay, yeah. I think the claw is definitely gonna be the key here. Shine. I lived. Moonray. Ouch. Infernal Buildup. Jeez, they get turns very fast. Okay, yeah, I think I have to... I don't have an AoE heal, so I'm gonna have to use an item. Fortunately, we have these first aid kits. Enhance. Oh my god. Yeah, we need to haste up too. Or we can multi-slash. Yeah, let's multi-slash. Slow strike. Alright, well, Urian's basically fucked. Our friend in the back there really loves the self-buff. Alright, we could... our HP situation's still not looking so hot, so I'm actually gonna use this. What do you mean it missed Pierce? Ouch. Hollow Force. That took my MP. Bioza. Oh yeah, we're fucked. Okay, this is looking like a dead run. Yeah, wow. Oh my god, I'm just dead. And then he blessed me. Wow, okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna need to haste up immediately. Because the rate these dudes get turns is wild. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I saved beforehand. The rate in which they get turns is wild. We need to have our speed up immediately. Also, we can walk through this, that's weird. Yeah, we need to have our speed up if we want to stand a chance. But beforehand, I think that the sword is not the play. If we can get some cheap hits in with counters, I think the Omega Blades is the play. Though I am going to have to play it back on every time we do another attempt. This is probably going to take multiple tries. I feel like, though, the fight will be significantly easier once their numbers are reduced. Alright, let's do it. Round 2. So I don't need to scan Vincent now. Alright, and now I got to tank some hits. Good. Good. That's fine. That's not fine. So what I can do with Urian on turn 1 is immediately use Mega Crusher. So what I should do, though, is... I don't want to run around blindly testing stuff, so I'm just going to guard with Sal. We're going to immediately Mega Crusher. Ooh! We found a weakness. And then we are going to Hastel immediately because they're going to do it on their next available turn. And then Pierce... Pierce can... we know what a weakness is. We know what 2 of them are, actually. We're going to use Aim on Urian. And then on Sal's next available turn... Yep, there it is. Alright, so our speed is even again. And here comes the regen. I need to dispel that, because it's going to be a problem. Alright, here comes the pain. That's actually problematic. Nice! Okay, we found another weakness. And here comes Shine. Alright, she lived. So what I should do is... we're gonna use a first aid kit. Or I could use a Mega Elixir. No, I'm gonna use a first aid kit. And then we are going to... slow. Alright, good. Moonray, that's gonna hurt. Live. Good. Infernal buildup is bad. Yeah, we need to get rid of that shit. No. Dispel. Alright, good. That adjusts the turn order in our favor. Though silence does mean I can't use certain stuff. So let's Rain of Arrows for some free damage. Okay. This dude's just gonna buff to insane degrees, and it's very bad. Enhance. Enhance is bad too. Alright, so, Urian can Mega Crusher again. Which will do lots of damage to Raikou. I do like how each of them all have different weaknesses to weapon types. Which means that our friend in the back is probably weak to swords. Alright, so I think what we want to do is, let's Mega Crusher again. Alright, Raikou's almost dead. We still can't use our big boy. I could Feral Fury, but I think what I want to do is, I want to get my defenses up, so that way they don't kill me. Because Raikou's about to obliterate me in 500 different ways in the next several seconds. And then we still can't use Remedia yet. We need 1 turn for Remedia, so I'm going to just pop another first aid kit. Alright, here comes Infernal Fury. Yeah, Pierce is dead. Slow Strike. Bioza. Alright, so Sal's gonna get a turn. I'm just gonna Mega Crusher again. Alright, Raikou's dead, basically. We are going to immediately collect Remedia. That does not revive. I was hoping that revived. Alright. We can't use our big boy, but I am going to break out the Royal Guard. So that way we can finish off Raikou. Alright, one down. You're not going to do anything. Hollow Force. Alright, yeah, that does a lot of terrible things to me. But in this situation, we use this. Doesn't heal sleep, but... Okay. West. We're about to get hit with tons of ailments again. Alright, perfect. Alright, I need to heal Sao. So that way we can do stuff again. So let's use Dispel Herb 2. And then Sao... Alright, yeah, you drained all my MP. Well, funny thing about that, I have revival medicines, so we can get Pierce back up. Cheer. Defense break. Yikes. And Vince is guarding. You're waiting, that's perfect. Alright, my MP is gone, so I'm actually gonna pop in a Mega Elixir immediately. And then, with Damien's turn, I'm gonna switch to my sword now. Because I don't need the claw anymore, so we'll put the legend on, and we'll put our shield back on. And then we will summon our time friend. Alright, 2 down. So I think what I'm going to do with Pierce is... We're going to hide Sao. And then once Vincent's next turn comes around, we're going to start getting defensive again. Alright, Urian, we can summon Luxora, but I'm not going to summon Luxora yet. We're going to instead guard break Vincent. Dark Guard. That is disgusting. I'm assuming that gives him resistance to Dark. But I'm not using Dark, so it really doesn't matter. The only problem is he has defense buffs up, which is why my attack didn't do that much, so get rid of that. Bioza. It's fine. Once Sao's next turn comes around, we're gonna get rid of that. So let's get our speed back up, so that we can have the turn advantage. And then Pierce... Pierce will... We're not gonna use our Poison Boy yet. Let's just throw a bomb. That didn't do that much. And Urian... Urian does not have aim up anymore. But I am gonna lower his defense. Okay, that's perfect. Because now we can Metacala, get rid of this poison. And then let's start getting on the offensive. Alright, Pierce. What do you want to do? Let's try to poison. Because if I can poison him... Alright, good. He is susceptible to poison. Oblivion Light. Alright, this is gonna hurt. Why are you looking away from me? Oh god, because you can do that. Yeah, this is definitely the time for another... Oh my god, please. Good. This is definitely the time for a first aid kit. Oblivion Light is very bad. It does not cure confusion. Fucking regen is back. Well, at least Pierce isn't confused, so I can use Medicate on Sao. Which still does not cure confusion for some reason. Alright, well, I lived. I don't want to use Luxora, because I have a bad feeling about that. But I do need to get rid of this confusion so Sao could do stuff, so I'm going to use one of these. Alright. Can't use special attacks, but we can use Entrust. I may whip out another item. Cheer is bad. You know what? Yeah, let's whip out a first aid kit now. I mean, I have these. I picked all these up. I may as well be using them. Plus, they give me TP as well. Alright, so... Now that... Is your Dark Guard gone? No, it's still up. But he is poisoned. I'm actually just going to use a high-class heal on Pierce. And then Urian does not have enough TP. We can use Luxora, but I'm going to save Luxora. We're just going to attack regularly. Alright, good. And then I think they're both about to attack me. So I think let's go for the multi-slash. Alright, good. Vincent's down. Wow, you truly are strong. Alright, so what do you really have? Talk? You're doing well so far. I didn't think you would get this far. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to give it my all now. Uh-oh. Just you wait and see. Bless all? I'll do my best here. Yikes. I still need more energy. This one's just a little appetizer. Ultima! Alright, well, fortunately for me, that does not kill me. So we're definitely gonna have to use a Mega Elixir. Alright, most of my party can't do anything, but we can... Cannot Metacala, but I can use a first aid kit to hopefully get rid of some of these ailments. Alright, good. Alright, I think I should not Gamba. We're just gonna start hitting him with stuff. Yeah, he's tanky. That last magic was a lot. I'll go easy on you for now. Yikes. Please do not attack Sao, though. My attack buffs are up. Alright, let's haste stole. So that way we can get turn advantage. Oh my god, yeah, that was definitely the right idea. Turn advantage. Alright, what does the unknown spirit have? 64,000 HP. He has regen up still, with no weaknesses. So it's just hit him till he dies. We have 4 turns to stall, so that way we can get Remedia back up. Do you have haste? No, you don't. You're just... Alright, I'm just gonna click Ruinal then, to get some debuffs on him. Alright, and then we're gonna debuff the shit out of this guy. A simple strike is all I need. Okay, I'm so glad I kept my defenses up. Alright, we still need 5 turns for our time boy. He's very fast. Even with haste up, he's very fast. So let's try and slow him down. Alright, that was actually perfect. So, let's put a force skill up on Urian. And then we're gonna aim. And then we just go all in. Because it seems like Ultima can't kill you. It does, like, percentage damage. So, hit him. That doesn't even do that much. Building marriage at this rate would take all day. Maybe I'll borrow some of yours. What? Oh my god. Fucking hell, dude. Alright, Mega Elixir, go. This is it. I have enough energy. It was good to see you all. But now your time has come. What do you mean? Special break? I'm impressed you made it through my magic. I underestimated you. I'll need some time to gather myself again. Maybe I'll even the odds once more. Creation? What? No! I was born to create! Oh, come on, dude. You can't be serious. I'm poisoned again. I just realized that Sao is asleep. Well, I think it's over then. Oh wait, no, she's alive. Oh, fuck me, I need 2 turns. Go. That didn't heal your MP though. Yeah, Sao's dead. Alright, Rain of Arrow Slam. That's doing nothing because of all those debuffs. Oh boy. Yup, and we're right back in the soup again. And now they just overwhelm me with their turn advantage. Sao's dead though, so I mean, that's a problem. Okay, well, you did attack Sao. Alright, I need my turn advantage back. Can I... No, I need 8 turns. Wait a minute, hold on. I just realized something. Can I just switch my orbs? Earthel. Of course, Damien gets the damn foot. Alright, 1 turn for Remedia, so I'm just gonna pop a first aid kit. Which, once again, did not heal Sao. Ah! Okay, well, I mean, I want to kill Raiko, so that way he's less of a problem. Right, yeah, I forgot. Pierce is bad. And I'm, like, fully debuffed. Alright, well, at least Urien will be able to take care of it. So let's, boost up. And then Urien, Mega Crusher. Alright, so we have basically a free turn. Sao needs, like, everything. So use an elixir on yourself. Bioza. Wait, your protection is still up. Yeah, his protection's still up. Well, that sucks. Wow, you truly... Okay. Okay, there we go. Now it's down. Alright. Still have aim up. Hit him hard and hit him fast. Alright. Wow, I feel like I've made no progress now. Alright, let's get rid of this shit. And then Pierce... Poison Boy, go. Alright, he's gonna give it his all now, and now he's gonna hit us with 5 billion ailments. Alright, Urien didn't get absolutely railed, which is perfect, so that way we can do this. And then we can use our Time Friend again. Yeah, let's use our Time Friend. Okay, good. Alright. So it seems like he does 2 turns of regular attacks before he starts getting dangerous. So let's hit him with Runal. So during the turns he's doing regular attacks is when we need to be on the offensive. And then we turtle up once he starts getting dangerous. I doubt it works. Let's try it. No, of course not. He's basically mid ailments. I don't have aim anymore. Okay, good. That actually hit him. Alright, multi-slash go. Okay, that does damage. Alright, here comes the Ultima. That did less damage than the last one. I wish I had more AoE healing besides these first aid kits. I mean, I have Remedia, but I don't need Remedia right now, so I'll just use one of these. And then we will aim for Urien. Urien needs to do a lot of damage right now. Good. Alright, put our defenses up. He's about to steal my about to attack. Just fine. Alright, he's about to get another turn very soon. That's no good. Let's heal Damien, because he needs the most. Heal Damien. And then we will hide Sao. Okay, that doesn't do that much because of our defense boost. Urien, hit him. Okay, good. We're getting there. We need 9 turns for our time, friend. So I think what we do here is... he's about to do some dangerous shit to us, so let's haste up again. Alright, and I think it's the part where he steals our energy. Yep. Which is no good. This is, I think, when we use Remedia. Yeah, sure, I don't have any MP, but it's fine. Because I don't really care that much right now. The only ones who are using MP are Sao and Damien, so I could just use the magic water on Damien. Alright, here we go again. Facial break. Alright, and then he's gonna wait, and then he's gonna summon back his dudes. They are still on the ground. Never mind. Alright, we need to Mega Elixir immediately to put us back in a decent survival position. Pierce is dead, but that's kind of just a minor issue. Alright, this isn't going to do that much because they ruined my stats. Good. Hollow Force is bad. Because that takes all my MP. Oh, it put me to sleep too! Fantastic. And then Urien gets put into ailment hell. Bye, Earl. Okay, this is fine, actually. This is fine. This is fine. Because I'm just gonna... first aid kit. Like, if I play my cards right, the next attack cycle of attacks should be enough for me to finish this. So let's go after Raikou. That is bad. Well, I mean, my attack's already lowered, so I mean, it's not like anything's changed. Feral Swipe is bad. He is literally going straight for Damien. That is horrendously bad. Alright, actually, you know what? We do have items that solve this problem. Revival Medicine 4. That, however, is a problem. And that. Because that increases his survivability by a shit ton. He is getting 64. Look at that. He basically just undid 2 whole attack cycles worth of damage. Wait, can I use... There's no way. I wonder. You can use items on enemies. There's no way. No, of course not. I tried. Yeah, and then Urian's dead. Actually, I think I'm dead. That's just it, I think. Because now everyone's confused. Wow. Yeah, this fight's pretty brutal. But at least now have an idea of how it works. So Venus needs to go first. Her using haste is a colossal problem. Alright, just kill me already, yeah. Okay, so I think I'm starting to understand how this fight operates. So we basically have 3 turns to do damage. After that, we need to turtle up. So I think we need to stay on the claw just to get cheeky hits in. I think the claw is the play. We need to stay on the claw for cheeky damage. Just in case. We also have Provoke, so we can try and cheese some hits in. But yeah, we need to deal with Venus and Raikou. Vincent is not as much of a problem compared to the other two. The other two are massive issues. But the problem is we only get 3 turns to really attack before we get nuked. So we need to save Remedia for after the nuking happens. I do wish we had ways of getting ailment immunity, but there's nothing as far as I know that gives us immunity to ailments. And I think that's the thing that kills me the most. I'm getting raped by ailments. Alright, bring them on. Okay, I didn't get hit. Wow, this is a horrid start. They just went straight for Sao. But this does give me the chance to use Ruinal immediately. Alright, I don't have enough for any of this, so just... Agility up. Aim on Urian, so that way when his turn comes by, you can start hitting things. Regen is the most annoying thing in the world in this fight because of the giant heals. And Sao's dead. Alright, let's Mega Crusher. And then we'll use one of these. Oh boy, this could be bad. I may be dead immediately now. Wow. Yeah, that's immediately it. The start of the fight being so bad killed me basically at the start. Oh my god, Sal might live. She lived. Barely. Alright, this is gonna hurt. Please bless Pierce. God damn it. Oh my god, they get so many damn turns because my buffs are gone. Because everyone else is dead. Alright, we're alive. Temporarily. So let's, use one of these. Urian is gonna Mega Crusher for damage. We need to get our buffs back up. Yeah, that fucking regen is so bad for me. The fact that I couldn't get rid of it just gives them tons of advantage. Because now all the damage I've been trying to do has been undone. Alright, just use another one of these. I really hate that Dark Guard also busts your defense. And it also heals you on top of everything else. Because, yeah, you totally needed a heal on top of everything else. Alright, so, all our progress is essentially undone, which is great. So I have to remember that Ultima cannot kill me. So that's Feral Fury. That did not kill anyone. Damien. I can't use my Poison Boy yet. I didn't mean to guard! Oh my god, this might be a blessing in disguise. Never mind, it is not a blessing in disguise. I also can't revive because I don't have any frickin' MP. This is why I bought a ton of healing items. I don't have enough for another Mega Crusher. But I am getting rid of you. Never mind. You live even longer. That's fine. Just don't use... That's the skill I was hoping you wouldn't use! Wait, Sal's not confused. Go. Unfortunately, now I'm gonna get poisoned. Alright, Infernal build-up doesn't matter because I'm just gonna get rid of you right now. And then... Shine. 1, 2. That's fine. That's very fine. Alright. Get rid of you. Keep our speed up. All Force is bad because that destroys my MP. And puts me to sleep. And then we're back in hell, unless Vincent hits Sal right now. Of course not. Of course you hit Urian and not Sal. Fuck you too. Wait, do I have a defense buff? Yes, I do. Okay. I just need to make sure for later. Well, that sucks. What do you mean it missed? No, you're not allowed to have fucking heals. Get that shit out of here. Please attack someone who's not Sal. Thank you. Alright, go. I'm just gonna say now, if Maxwell's story has this fight too, I am not doing this shit again. My god, this is brutal. I can't talk because I'm so... But I can ruin all. Alright. Please. Okay. We have a little bit of breathing room. But I need to be prepared for what's to come up. So I have no MP right now. And 2 of my primers are silenced. So, give me just a moment. Alright, so I looked at my options. We know that we can poison Vincent. So let's just do that. But we're gonna have to worry about our friend in the back now. I don't have MP. I don't have MPs. I want to save Mega Elixirs for when we get nuked. So I can't use those things yet. We do have ways of restoring our MP, but at a cost. So I think I'm actually going to use one of these. And there's a magic attack boost. Alright, we'll use that himself, which is not great either. Urian can buff himself up. And then we can use aim on his next turn. You know what? Yeah. We can use aim on Pierce's next available turn. I have no MP. Right. How could I forget? Neither of you have buffs up. And we are waiting 9 turns for media. Wait, do I need MP for aim? Actually, it doesn't matter. I have a way of doing this. Because there was an item I have that has a chance of increasing aim. Well, it lowered my speed. Yeah, I need MP to use aim. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's try Drain Strike. I got a little bit of health back. I'm still silent, so I can't use my skills. So I need to get rid of the silence. Do I have an item that gets rid of silence? Well, I mean, yes I do. I bought a bunch of stuff. And I'm about to get ailment held. Of course you whip it on Damien. Oh, fuck me. And Bioza. So we're getting poisoned again. So I have to waste a turn getting rid of this. Well, I can't because I... This is a fireball time. Oh my god. Alright, use one of these. Why did it miss on Damien? Well, that's a problem, actually. Do I have an item that heals just ailments? Well, I mean, I do, but I only have 6 of them. Okay, so Urian. Hit him. Alright, well, that's no good. Alright, so now his guard is still up right now. Oh, I need TP for this. Alright, let's guard. And then, meanwhile, get rid of those buffs. Pierce... Guard. Alright, here we go. Then he's gonna ailment hell us. This unfortunately gives him time to stall against me. So since he ailment held my whole party, I need to get rid of that. Alright, here comes the Ultima. So after the Ultima is 2 turns of regular attacks. I'm just gonna... I still need 6 turns. And I have no MP. So hit with Runal. I need MP to use aim. But I'm just gonna hit him with Rain of Arrows. That's not doing much at all. Okay, Urian survived. Let's use our time boy. Okay, good. Let's not use Luxora. I'm actually going to switch summons the next time the dudes come. Okay, on Sal's turn, I'm actually going to use the Mega Elixir now. And then Pierce will use aim on Urian. Alright, here comes the check. So let's provoke. And then Urian will hit him. Good. 4 turns for Media. I'm going to have Sal guard. Because if anyone can survive, needs to live, it needs to be her. Now let's try Stun Strike. Alright, yep, here it comes. Just gonna borrow our energy. And this is the turn where he nukes us. So I need someone to sacrifice themselves so I can heal the party. And unfortunately for Pierce, yeah, that's gonna be him. He's gonna die for us, so that way we can patch up ourselves. Wow, okay, it doesn't even matter if you guard, he just fucks you. Wait! I get a turn! Quick Strike, go! Again! And then First Aid Kit. Yep, and then here comes the dudes again. I've noticed that Vincent doesn't get fully healed. Oh, I need 2 turns? This is a terrible idea. Well, it didn't heal Damien for some ungodly reason, which sucks for me. Alright, well, welcome back to hell, where we're about to get bent over and fucked in the ass. Yup, oh boy, here we go. Well, Damien's dead, but this is a blessing in disguise, because this means I can just use a revive on him. Okay. Oh my god. I need 1 turn. It's actually very much a blessing in disguise that Damien died. Alright, hit him with Luxora. Alright, Moon. Now we have to tank 4 hits. Okay, good. As long as he doesn't use regen. Because I need to use Remedia. Don't attack Sal. Well, that sucks. And then we're fucked. Actually, no, I think it's over. I think Oblivion Light just kills me. Huh? Yeah, Oblivion Light just kills me now. Because I won't be able to do an action before the next round of attacks. Wow. Wow. Okay, yeah, we need... What I need is a way of getting around ailments. Confusion is literally a run ender by itself. But I'm pretty sure there is no shop that sells accessories that give you resistance to ailments anywhere. There is this shop here in Capital, but they don't sell you anything. It's literally an accessory shop that doesn't sell you anything. Like, there's this place over here. Oh, you're... That's it? Just damage resistances? I mean, Raiko's using fire. But I think everything else they're using is non-elemental, except for Oblivion Light. I just realized something stupid. None of them are using any dark skills as far as I'm aware. Oblivion Light is a light skill. Don't I have something that increases light damage resistance? Somewhere in here, I think. No. But one thing is for sure, I'm definitely not strong enough. So I may need to level up some. And by some, I probably mean a lot, because, oh boy, yeah. Their damage output is ludicrous. That, and once they start whipping out the ailments, the fight's practically over. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to stop here. And I'm going to go to the drawing board and figure out a way to get past this. There has to be something I'm missing here. Either that or I need more raw stats. I hope it's not the latter. Do I have any more stat boosters? I have 2 life ups. And then 1 4-leaf clover. I still don't know what luck does. I haven't used these bombs, but I doubt that's the answer. And the mystery drink is basically a 30% chance to die, which is about as high as using Scald. But it doesn't matter if my whole party gets confused before I ever get to do an action. And there's nothing I have that prevents ailments besides poison. If I had a way of blocking confusion, then that'd be the key to victory, because confusion is the thing that's ruining me. Well, that and silence, but I don't have a way around that either. So, I'm going to go to the drawing board. Next time, we're going to run back in there and hopefully win. Hopefully. I'll see you then. Alright, so I went and grinded to level 60. We're going to try a new tactic here. Since I know Vincent can be poisoned, we're going to put the poison bow on you. I have the Orb of Veil on Damien, but otherwise, and I put the Orb of Shadows on Urian. I also gave him the sword, because we're going to be trying to take advantage of full damage. We're just going to use the damn sword. But I also found out something funny. So back in Vance, there's this enemy, this bug enemy, and they guaranteed drop speed ups and 4-leaf clovers. They don't give you EXP, but they guaranteed drop these 2 items. So I think if we have these, we can get a speed advantage. I have a lot of them. Also, I learned that, yeah, first aid kits are farmable. So we're gonna dump some of these in, so... Alright, and then Damien will get the last one because he's our buff guy. And then the last one will go to Damien too. And I also got defense up, so it's going to Damien too. So, the new strategy is rather straightforward. We have a skill that I can take advantage of. And it's called Quick Strike. If I get a ton of TP at once on the turns where the main boss is vulnerable, but before he starts blasting us to hell, I should be able to spam this a bunch of times with all my TP and do lots of damage. And then we have Sentinel. So I could heal Urian and then Quick Strike spam with Damien. Pierce is basically only going to be on support. He's really not really good for anything except maybe poisoning. But let's see if we can do this now. I'm probably not going to be talking as much because I'm going to be, like, locked in. So let's see if we can do it now at level 60. I feel like the raw stats are going to help me. What was I, level 53? But yeah, I grinded a lot in Vance. The slimes give so much EXP. It's so worth fighting them. Alright, yeah, the turn order is so much better. Because now we only have to tank 1 hit instead of 4. And then we can immediately, like, do some shenanigans, like throw a bomb on you, because you're annoying. So we immediately start by hasting up. Urian. Urian attacks you immediately. And then we try to poison. They still hurt a lot. Now our good buddy here is going to regen, but we're going to get rid of that immediately. Well, we're not going to get rid of it on everyone, but I am going to get rid of it on the most annoying of the quartet. So it does remove her speed buff. That's good to know. So I'm just going to slow them, too. Because that gives Sal a turn, and then we can use an item. Nice. Okay, good. Because using the first aid kit gives me TP on everyone. Well, never mind. That's a lie. You killed me in 1 hit. I mean, I guess it's fine that he tunneled down Damien. Because now I can just use a revival item on him alone. The only problem is Damien's going to be slower than everyone. Alright, 1 down. I'm actually just going to use aim now. That's fine. Get rid of your regen. So this is when we switch weapons. Actually, no. Don't even bother. Just hit him. Hit him hard. And then Pierce can rain of arrows. His bravery. I am curious what your weakness is, magic-wise. Alright, we can Remedia, but Remedia is important to save for later. Yep, okay, I had a feeling. Okay, good. You're only weak to dark. I'm going to save Vento. Switch can attack. Good. Bioza is bad. Alright. Urian needs to attack. And then we get rid of the poison. Alright, if he uses Dark Guard, he basically always follows up with his other move the next turn. So let's haste up now. That's perfect. That's actually very good. Because we can kill Vincent now. And now we have TP for Sentinel. So now what we do is we just prepare for when our good friend here is going to get ready to beat my ass into the dirt. I don't want to lower speed. Let's try and improve my stuff. I need to get rid of his regen. Because that regen is going to get in the way. So Sal needs to guard. And you also need to guard. Alright, we can't do anything yet. So, guard. We're gonna use luck. Alright, here we go. His guard is down. Get rid of his regen. Now this is when we go for the kill. That's not doing that much, but... Fuck. Alright, I'm out. Vento, go. Alright. Now he's gonna ailment hell us. Okay, I only got blinded. That's actually amazing. Because now, Urian can try and hit him. Of course not. Alright, so he does a regular attack now. And I think after the next turn, he's going to Ultima, which doesn't matter. So, do I have an item that increases attack? I have one egg. Of course I didn't get it. Alright. Gonna have to go for it, though. And then we take off the Orb of Veil and pull on the Orb of Time. Because that should let me summon immediately. Then Urian, hit him. Okay, good. So this next turn should be Ultima. Which I'm gonna... throw a bomb. Yep, this is Ultima. Ultima does not kill, because it does percentage damage. Alright. Heal Urian. Because now Urian's gonna Sentinel. And then Pierce will just use Rain of Arrows to try and get some debuffs. That lowers speed. Okay, that's not great. The turn he steals our MP is the turn when I go for Remedia. Because I want the regen for later. I'm going to try the Liquor on Damien. Okay, it didn't give me Berserk. So let's use Bravery. Okay, I'm still at low HP. I can strong attack still. Go. Good. That was huge damage. What I think I'm going to do is switch over to this. And then use Angel Spear. Please tell me that lowers your defense. That lowers your magic attack, which is pointless. So let's Fire Force Damien. And then Quick Strike Spam Go. Then we use a new summon. So that way on my next turn we can go for another Quick Strike Spam. So Batra, go. Oh, Urian Sentinel protected Damien from Fire Force. That's really dumb. Alright, whatever, it's fine. Alright. He should do another regular attack here. Let's try the gun. See if that gives me what I need. Okay. That's fine. That's perfect, actually. Defense down! Oh my god, it's time! It's time! Goblin Secret Ale on Damien. We're going for it. Quick Strike Spam, go. Fuck. I don't have enough for another one, but what I can do is break out a new summon. Immediately use it. Urian, hit him? Fuck me sideways. Why'd you miss now? Also, Sentinel's gone too, but it should be fine. We're gonna Remedia soon anyway. So we're gonna Water Force Damien. Because he has a lot of TP. Alright, go. Hit him. One more. And then break out a new summon. He's so close. Alright, here it comes. He's gonna borrow our energy. He gets a turn before me. That sucks a lot. Alright, this is where we Mega Elixir then. Because then Pierce can use the Poison Boy. Alright, this is it. Alright, yep, and then here they come again. Sal needs a turn. Alright, this is where we first aid kit. Oh, of course, the only one who doesn't get to attack is Sal. How long do I have to wait? 2 turns again. I need MP back, so I'm just gonna use this now. Alright. We're not going to I think I am gonna Remedia now. Because I think it should remove all the debuffs on me. Yeah, good. Just in time for Infernal Fury. Which does a shit ton. Alright, Pierce. Pierce is gonna first aid kit. We still have aim, so let's attack immediately. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. I could spam. I could spam kill Venus. Not like that. I want to spam kill Venus. And then we haste. Alright, Raiko's gonna get a turn before me. So I'm just gonna Ruinal. Alright, good. Oh, baby. Alright, I have an idea. Burst shot. And then okay, I don't care if you buff yourself, that's fine. Now we can just, like, miss entirely, apparently. Just tunnel down Raiko. Alright, Pierce. Try to silence him. That didn't work, but I still have aim, so we can finish him. Alright, here comes Ailment Hell. So he gets his 2 free turns. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. Go! Oh, he's dead. Pierce! Pierce! I have talked so much shit about you! Finish him! My mic came unplugged. He didn't die, though, so... No. Do I have a summon? Vento! Finish him! Oh my god! I did it! It took 3,000 years. It took grinding to level 60, but I did it. I have beaten the creator. Amazing. You've done it. I had my doubts, but I knew you could beat me. If you haven't already guessed it, my name is Kelarly, and my world has granted me enough time to be here, but that time is running out, and my world is calling me back. And by the time you're completing this now, I will most likely be back in my world, living it all. So congratulations to you. I hope you enjoyed your time here, as I certainly did. It's been many years, but I did it. And even if this place has not helped me in my world, it was definitely worth creating. And I see it as one hell of an accomplishment. A piece of my gratitude. A letter of appreciation. So long! I'm out to see some other worlds. Enjoy! It is true, though. Never doubt the power of creativity, though. Like, honestly. I feel like in a world like ours, where everything seems to be going to shit on a regular basis, creative projects like this are always nice, you know? Sometimes escaping from the harshness of reality is a good thing. Alright, so we did it. So, before we end this video and go take on Guido, let us read the letter of appreciation. A special written by Kelarly himself, a thank you for spending time in Vassya. The year 2021. Thank you for playing Tale of Vassya: A New Day. I spent the last 7 years or so creating this game. I wrote the entire story, invented out every scene, and worked on every battle. I wanted this game to push beyond any of my previous games, and I definitely believe I achieved that goal. I want to thank everyone who kept up with me over the years and started my RPG Maker journey. I started working with RPG Maker when I was in middle school and released my first finished game when I was a freshman in high school. Now I have way less free time to make games, so this will be my final RPG Maker game. I've had a lot of fun over the years in RPG Maker, and I will miss it dearly. Thanks again for playing. I hope to see more games from more creators in the future. I guess that's what that's an IRL image of him. Well, I just doxed his face. Whoops. But I will say, yeah, he has come a long way since the original Castle Oblivion. I have never finished the original Castle Oblivion, but I have played it. It is very old. Very, very old. Like, we're talking nowhere near on the level of this game. It uses the basic backgrounds for fights and fights, default models from the characters. It's old, but I would argue that the original Castle Oblivion is a product of the early days of RPG Maker. Back when games didn't have the level of technological marvel that things like this or Umbral Soul have. And I think even with the limitations that RPG Maker brings to the table, people are still able to pull off a lot of creative things with it. I mean, look at something like, and this is completely unrelated to RPG Maker, but look at something like Celia's Stupid ROM Hack. Look at how far they took Pokemon Fire Red and added onto it until now it's like a completely new product, in a way. It's almost astounding how that game looks. And it's a puzzle hack, of all things. But let this just be a note. Never let your creativity stop you from making fun things. I need to, practice what I preach, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. All I'm trying to say is, if this is truly his last product, then I think he's outdone himself with this one. But we still haven't seen this story through to its end. With the previous characters from past adventures here, we will go forth next time for reals and stop Guido from achieving his grand wish. If this is supposed to be his last project, then we need to keep Vassya safe. And we will do it next time. I mean, we're level 60 now, so I really don't think we should have any problems with anything else. If I can beat that fight, then Quito's gonna be a pushover. But I'll see you then.